start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Cowboys will kick it away to start us off. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese, and it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Green. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. It's a draw. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Grab behind the line. It's Armstrong.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. So Oklahoma State's offense will take the field for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
Yeah, and I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
And the ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They get him down after he makes the catch. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Relying on that running game inside the red zone, he picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Green. Ball in the air, intercepted! And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Looking for a productive play on first down. Using his legs, it's Gordon. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's looking deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Owens. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They're going to throw it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Ford. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. We didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him today.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
And that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Green. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Here on second down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll try it over the left side. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in, it's Armstrong. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. You can hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Looking downfield, it's Bowman. They're bringing heat. Out of the backfield, he's open.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Power football with the run. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. The Cowboys get enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Gordon. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out.
Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Ready to try the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Bowling Green. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
3rd and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. He's going up top. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Line getting set on second down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. Fair catch called for and made. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Looking for a man. It's Green. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Going over the top. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. He makes a grab. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the 1st down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. To the air, it's Green. Quick completion on the out. And the Razorbacks will keep this drive going. The offense set for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their 1st game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And the extra point is good. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position, and the returner will be knocked down. Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Stillwater. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch. And with that, let's head back to the home of the Pokes and Boone Pickens Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it after 34.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? You've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to pass. It's Bowman. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma State! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. At the 45 on his way. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Off-play action on first down. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas! If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work, now facing second and long from the 19. Unloads to the wideout. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That's caught. It's Owens. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Owens. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Bowman. Deep throw off his back foot. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
Pulls it in. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First down here for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Armstrong. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Unloads it left. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. A lot of we ares inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up 14 over Bowling Green. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll line up for a second down play. He's gaining the field. It's Bowman. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. And the Cowboys come to the line in the hurry up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Another first down.
Going up top on 1st down. Using the quick game.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Grab near the marker. It's Owens. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick strike complete. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The aerial assault continues. Oh, man, almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them.
And after getting that completion, they've now set up 4th and goal. This is a play they need to make. It's the 4th quarter. They're down a couple of possessions. You have to come up.
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. To the air, it's Green. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll bring it back. It's Presley. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build up, David, you're talking about.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Makes the catch. It's Gordon.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. On fourth down, looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. The offense will use the timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is, too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
A loss of 7 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.